Welcome back, YouTube, to another soccer/football prediction. It's your boy Freddy Da Silva. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you won't miss any of your future soccer predictions. All right. Today's prediction video will be for Tuesday, April 15th, and I have the Champions League. Let's go. We've been waiting for the Champions League, baby. So I only have two games for today, so it'll be a short video. But like always, we'll talk about the teams. I'll let you know if there's any injuries. We'll talk about the total, and then I'll give you my predictions. All right, first on the list, we had Aston Villa going against PSG. Aston Villa at home with one injured player and one questionable. PSG on the road with only one questionable. The total sitting at 3, and the team total sitting at 1.5 for both of these two teams. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is going to be the same as last week. Maybe a little bit more intense. I feel like Aston Villa would come in here and actually score 2 goals. At least I'm hoping. Either way, I mean, PSG is going to just come in and, I don't know if they'll play the defense part. They're not so much of playing defense part, especially for something like this. I feel like this is going to be like a brand new game. I don't know. But I know at first PSG is going to slow it down for sure. Aston Villa is going to try to come in here and try to get their goals right off the bat. If Aston Villa scores their first goal, then it's all going to go crazy straight out the gate. If Aston Villa don't score first, then it might slow down a bit. But like I said, if Aston Villa scores first, for sure this is going to be a high scoring game. I'm looking at maybe 3-2 thing, or maybe, who knows, maybe even a 3-3. It might be a tie. I am not surprised if this ends up as a tie, something like 3-3 or 2-2. So the total sitting at 3, I feel like it can go over depending on Aston Villa. Because if Aston Villa don't score, then PSG will play that defensive mode. But I'm going to have to say, as far as points, I'm going to have to say PSG over 1.5. I feel like that's more of like a reliable outcome. Their 5 most recent games, 4 out of 5, they are all been over 1.5 for PSG. Aston Villa, they have been the same. They're in the same thing. They're in the same boat. The only time they did not go over 1.5 was versus that PSG game. So, like I said, I feel like they'll come in here and try to get the first thing going. They need to. They're already down 2 points, right? It's just 3-1 on aggregate time. So, yeah, I feel like this could be a tie. Or I'm not surprised if this ends up as a tie. But as far as a win, I'm going to have to say PSG. And as far as total points, I think the best outcome here would be PSG over 1.5. All right, guys, on to the next game. And this is basically going to be the same as the PSG Aston Villa. This is Dortmund versus Barcelona here. Dortmund are at home. They got 3 injured players and 1 questionable. Barca with 4 injured players. They're the same 4 injured players that they've had since, since the beginning of the year, I want to say. Nothing but dubs for Barca. They got 4 straight wins and 1 draw in their 5 most recent games. Dortmund with 2 wins, 2 L's, and 1 draw. Same thing. I would not be surprised if these two teams end up with a draw. But their 5 most recent head-to-head, they've only tied 1, so highly unlikely for it to happen. Even though Barca are winning 4-0, I feel like Barca's not going to come in here and try to score right away. Dortmund it's mandatory for them to come in and score right away. So if they do come in and score right away, then I see PSG. I apologize. I see Barca coming in and taking care of business. But I'm not going to lie. This could be a Dortmund game as far as the regular time, but I feel like this could be a 2-1 kind of game. Like Dortmund here comes in and maybe scores 1 or 2, and then Barca comes in and scores maybe another 1, maybe 2. But Yeah, I don't know. As far as the total points sitting at 3.5, I don't feel like this will go over. For some reason, I feel like this will not go over. It has gone over four out of their five most recent head to head, or I apologize, three out of their four most recent head to head. But Barca's already up 4-0. Like, what do they need to prove, right? I don't know. I just feel like this won't go over unless Dortmund comes in and just starts scoring goals right off the gate, right? But yeah, I feel like this one could be an under 3.5. I think the safest bet here would most likely be Barca to cover this 1.5. As far as team total points are, they're both sitting at 1.5. And honestly, I feel like Barca could cover this, or the best bet here would probably be Dortmund under 1.5. They have only been able to cover this once in their four most recent head to head between these two teams. Now, as far as their five most recent games from Dortmund, they have covered this three out of their five most recent games. So, but I mean, this is Barca we're talking about, right? So, um, yeah, I'm gonna have to say for this one, I'm gonna have to say Barca or total points under 3.5 or Barca over 1.5. But yeah, this is gonna be a tough one for a straight win. I'm gonna have to say a draw here, but I would not be surprised if it is a draw. Either way, nonetheless, give me Barca to win. I might just go with that one. This was gonna be a tough one for me, but only because Barca don't need to come in here and score right away. Will they? They better. They better. You know, they better. My pockets say they better. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Barca to win straight up. And as far as points, give me under 3.5. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Hope the information I gave you was good enough for you guys to make the right picks. Hope you guys end up winning. And most of all, hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.